5, 4, 3.
Close the lights.
5-minute gun, and the Amiga clock counting down to the start of race 2.
Peter, notice there's enough breeze that neither team has a person up in the rig. It's not like it's so soft that they have to figure out where the wind's going to come next. But they don't have 17th men on board, so they don't want that extra burden.
021, would we consider port tack?
Here it comes, Russell, here it comes.
They come to the dial up and run deep. Alinghi coming back. New Zealand still in, putting down the sail, putting the brakes on.
Down all the way. Race complete. Windward boat. Left it.
4 minutes.
Sorry.
New Zealand in the windward position to the right.
Peter, interesting that they let themselves get so far forward. That's a little unusual. I would expect that New Zealand may just go ahead and bail out of this.
Can we swing, Jack? Can we?
Let's go. There's 2 trimmers, Simon Dorkney and Warwick Cleary, exactly the same. In a different role of their team, New Zealand against Prada in race 2.
Now, go down.
Last car.
Go down.
Fast, quite a bit fast.
Yeah, I just go to 5 and then expect nothing.
Both boats now on port, and they're taking the action to the right.
309.
Yeah, I'll give it a 1 minute away to the 10:35.
Still even more left shift here.
3 minutes.
Yeah, Brad's catching a left shift. We're seeing that a little bit. Not big amounts, just 2 or 3 degrees, but it's just tending to the left. I look for the fight to be for the pin in the bottom of the screen.
Minute 10 back, minute 30 to end. Mate.
Call up to New Zealand. Team New Zealand was about 1:30 back to the pin, so they are going to be looking for a turn back here shortly.
115 to kill with the jungle.
Warwick
It's only about
Cleary
4
with
boat
full
lengths to the
ground
right.
here. The main ship trimmer on board of it. Now they're taking the action right out below race control.
Both boats turning back, Peter, and you can see Alinghi wants that left-hand side. They're willing to turn inside of Team New Zealand. Only 2:10 to go, and they've only got about 40 seconds to kill to get up to the pin. But they're very close to the pin and lay line. So they're going to have to be turning up soon, or they'll miss the lay line and get trapped out.
Clear.
So it's Alinghi on the lead.
Far from this lay line, Russell. Not far from this lay line. We're on. I'd say we're on it.
Still
Up,
going
he's
back
up,
into
he's
the
up.
box.
He's going to have to turn up soon, Peter, or they're going to be shut out. Here goes Team New Zealand, the first one up. Now, Alinghi can use their momentum to get up a little bit higher than lay line, but if they don't lay that pin in, Team New Zealand can block them out at the start.
Team New Zealand right over the top, and they're bringing it now up, luffing up to Alinghi. Team New Zealand
Back into a right shift, so the line's pretty even.
Try and go to the pinion. They've still got to kill time, though. They've got to kill about 30 seconds at least. Both boats got to kill time. They're too far advanced. They're inside 100 meters back from the line. 1 minute on the Amiga clock.
This is thin. Alinghi is very close to lay line. They don't have much room to work with by going down. I have to call this time. That's right. If they're too early, Team New Zealand can tack away and go down to the other end of the line, accelerating over to the right.
Alinghi is luffing up. Alinghi's trying to force them out. Alinghi is cool under pressure here. They've got to kill time. Team New Zealand will be able to tack back. They're going to be too advanced, so it is going to be a split start. Here comes Team New Zealand tacking back. Alinghi's got to kill time. 22-23. So Alinghi's really killing it. Team New Zealand now has moved on to port. They're going out to the right. Meanwhile, Alinghi is coming up to the line. brings the bar down on Alinghi. It's a split hat start. Alinghi at the pin end on starboard. Meanwhile, Team New Zealand in the middle of the line on port. Team New Zealand with more momentum than Alinghi away from the line. At the start of race 2, America's Cup 2003. The wind is 10 knots from 24 degrees.
Peter, difficult placement for Alinghi there. They did win the favored left-hand side of the starting line, but they were going a lot slower than Team New Zealand off the line. And now they're going to have to accelerate on an area of the course that's closer to the spectator fleet, so there won't be quite as much wind for Alinghi. So I think a very strong start by Dean Barker and the team, and here they come tacking back on Team New Zealand to cement their position.
That's all right.
Team New Zealand, remember, will have the starboard hand advantage. And it is Team New Zealand that are breaking back left. Onto starboard, Alinghi are persisting and holding on. To starboard, out on the left-hand side of the course. It's 10.3 knots from 22.
Now it's a matter of what happens to the wind speed and the shift. If it shifts left, obviously Alinghi's going to make a gain. If there's more pressure, they could as well.
By 8 meters, virtual spectator favoring them at the moment. It's not just about a trial of strength. The emphasis Ian has made about whether the breeze comes left,
a lot better
and
pressure,
Alinghi
but
have
Dino,
gone
than
looking for it. That is what Alinghi are trying to do, to hook into that left-hander. So remember, this is as much about the shift
That's all I get.
as it is. Brad Butterworth reassuring Russell Coots it's all right here.
Well, this is a patience game, Peter. We've seen the wind shift a little bit left since the start, 2 or 3 degrees. That'll make Alinghi look better, but not in the lead at this point.
Yeah.
So now they're going to learn a lot about how they go relative to each other.
Murray Jones just in front of Russell Coots. So it's a drag race
breeze
left,
and 10.
10.7 knots. More breeze, he's talking, out to the left. That's what Murray Jones is talking about.
And as I look at the
More
boats,
breeze and
BJ,
5.
it looks like Alinghi's heeled over a little bit more than Team New Zealand, as if they're sailing into more breeze sooner. Right
Little
now,
gain to
see
us
them
going
trimming the
forward.
sails in.
Both boats are little headed.
Yeah, you hear a little activity on board. I think that Alinghi is making a little gain at the moment. Here they
So
come.
Alinghi is
No
in
more
front.
breeze than
Alinghi
this.
is leading by a boat length. Alinghi is out to 33 meters. So they have made a very strong forward move out to the left. And even though Team New Zealand has the power of the right, they are far enough
Could be
in
a
front
header
to
coming
cross.
in
They
2
need to be a
lengths.
boat length and a bit, and they are. So Team New Zealand in the middle of the course. Alinghi definitely with the favoured left-hand side.
Yeah, little pressure and
They
5
struggled
only a little
for it.
bit.
Still going nicely,
Did
we
not
are.
have
Yep,
full momentum coming away from the line.
even in the header.
It has paid
Okay,
off.
breeze a bit steadier now.
Peter, watch the horizon there on Team New Zealand. You see how steady it is. Boats are locked together. But so far, we've seen a 5 or 6 degree left-hand shift and a little
No
more
more breeze
pressure
than this.
on the left. Alinghi's gain. Wind direction now is to 15. I think it was 25 when they were doing their pre-start. So 10 degrees since the middle of the pre-start.
Yeah,
6
30.
or 7
Both
degrees left since they actually
going
crossed the
nicely.
line. To my eye, the other thing going on seems that Alinghi is outpointing Team New Zealand very slightly. And again, that may be a pressure-related situation as much as anything.
There is more breeze out to the left, and Alinghi is sailing to it. It is down to 20 meters.
Catch it here.
19.
Looks to me like Alinghi took a little bite to windward, just a little gain up closer to Team New Zealand, trying to squeeze up. And now you can see by the angle of their trail that they just got a little header there again. More left-hand shift. Every time it shifts left, that's a little gain to Alinghi, but not enough
Like we're
yet
just on
for
the
them to
edge of
tack
something
and
all the
cross.
time.
It's sort of more on our
Hamish
bow
Pepper
pressure.
right behind Dean Barker. One of the afterguard, along with Peter Evans and Adam Mitchell.
That's better numbers,
2.2
Dino.
knots from
That's
16.
nice. Small trim on. Lift it on us now.
Watching the boats now, it seems like they're sailing at very equal breezes. They're much more steady between the two than it was.
No, we're coming back up now. Got a little lift and then we're coming back up again.
No more breeze than this, Simon. If anything, I'd say it's going to be lighter for another 15.
We're a little high, a little quicker at the moment.
Brad Butterworth saying we are a little higher and a little quicker than they are. And whenever you hear Brad Butterworth talk, he is talking everything is relevant.
We get another nice header. We've got a little heading now.
Simon Daubney down to Lewis.
Yeah.
I reckon we'll get it,
little bit coming to us. Yeah. Yeah. I think we've got to
from 17.
go in that.
But it is hard to tell whether
Just
it's
steady in this much here, no more.
Alinghi just getting a lift, just pointing up a little higher, but from our perspective in our magnificent grandstand here on North Star, you can see that Alinghi sailing up to the left. Are they
See, there's good pressure on the bow and about 4
There's
lengths.
going to be better pressure from about 10 seconds.
I reckon if we hit that, we should tack and roll over. What are the times, Nesto?
So Brad
What are the times?
Butterworth thinking they should tag.
5 this way, 14 the
This
other
is
way.
going to be fascinating.
Well, he thinks they
We
can
are going to
cross
get
if
better
he's talking
pressure
that
in
way.
about 20.
And right now we are seeing
There's a nice header
15
here.
on the wind direction. This is maximum
Starting to
left
go left.
since the start, but it's only very slowly going left.
Now
Yeah,
remember, when Alinghi tags back, they will go on to port, which means they have to keep clear and give way unless they can cross.
What's that?
It's Team New Zealand who has the starboard hand advantage. They are on the starboard. They will have right.
Difficult position for Team New Zealand, though.
Most of it's in range here.
As you sail on that windward position, you're always resisting the temptation to put the bow down to accelerate, and that eventually ends up slowing you down just a little bit
to go. Yeah.
because you're worried about that other boat.
Brad Butterworth saying we're going to give it a go. Get stand by for Alinghi tacking any moment.
Yeah.
Brad Butterworth, tactician, reckons they can cross. See Russell Coots, here comes Alinghi on the tack. First cross, race 2, America's Cup 2003. Alinghi going through the tack. They go on the port, they have to give way or keep clear. Team New Zealand is on starboard.
A little more pressure
Can
to come
Alinghi
here.
cross?
Say no more right, but
Or will it be a safe fluid? Alinghi look like they're going to
just
cross.
on targets here.
Alinghi cross. The first, it's a safe fluid, they're not going to cross, they're not going to cross. It's a safe fluid, what a boat race this is, and immediately Team New Zealand tack away. So Alinghi were not able to cross, but they have bounced Team New
Still like
Zealand
the
out to
pressure in the
right.
left.
Well, Peter, we're back to exactly what we saw off the starting line. Same positions. But we have seen a left-hand shift and left-hand pressure, so that should have advantaged Alinghi. So encouraging for Team New Zealand, but now there's a split going on. If the breeze goes left, this is going to be a gain for Alinghi, and it certainly, from here, looks like there's better pressure just to the left of these two boats.
So there is a split.
Russell, not bad pressure,
Brad
just
Butterworth
right here
said
for
we're going
us.
to go Russell. So Alinghi will be coming back any moment. Team New Zealand tacking out to the right.
No.
Go straight.
No, they've decided to go straight. That's Murray Jones.
Good header here, let's
down
go.
to 2 meters.
Let's get on
It's
this
bow
side
to
of that
bow.
one.
Team New Zealand has got the lead at the moment. So here comes Alinghi tacking back, and Team New Zealand are backing themselves by going out to the right. But our vantage point, we reckon, looking up left is better, but Team New Zealand have got their bow in front, and they have got the starboard hand advantage. Remember, they've got to
What's the
tack
position to the mark, Nesto? Where is it?
Well, the situation here also, Peter, is they're not that terribly far from the left-hand corner of the race course. So if Alinghi is not able to cross Team New Zealand, they do have to at least keep going the way that Team New Zealand is going. They've got to push to the right. They've got to get back into the center of the course a bit. If Team New Zealand is able to get a piece of Alinghi by tacking, which this
Touch it,
should
building
show us,
daggy, just a touch.
and that would say that later as they sail up here,
The mark's
Team New Zealand
right on
may
the blue
think about
yacht.
coming back over and knocking Alinghi off the edge of the course here a little farther.
Oh, you beat
Target's a good track. The breeze is slowly increasing as we get further up the course.
Quite nice pressure coming on this here, just in 5.
That's Murray Jones talking about quite nice pressure. He's aboard Alinghi. It's bow to bow. Both boats on.
He's coming back a little ahead of there, and he's coming back, and we just sort of pressured up.
Butterworth said he's getting ahead of here. He's coming. That's what Team New Zealand are doing. So Team New Zealand are breaking back left.
Average
back
pressure.
Starboard. They have rights, remember. So it's Team New Zealand on starboard. Alinghi on port.
Yeah, he's right on the edge.
This is critical for both boats. Obviously, whoever can keep their advantage in this situation is going to be stronger to go to the weather mark. If Alinghi can somehow cross, it's going to be a huge advantage for them.
A little better pressure left where we're thinking about trying to take the other side.
And Alinghi cross. That aerial shot looks encouraging.
Come and have a look at him, Russell. He's going to try and lap us, I think.
Oh, watch
What are we
here.
talking
You see
about
them
here?
and slowly gaining on the horizon on that trailing, on that transfer camera, but maybe not enough.
So are they going to go on the back of the boat? Can they cross? They're getting very close. Alinghi is across. Are they? They are attacking. They still cannot cross. Team New Zealand are giving them hell. Stand by, folks. Now remember, Alinghi top of penalty yellow. Team New Zealand protesting. The blue flag comes up.
Play on. That was a lot of risk for Alinghi.
Can do this
No, we're not quite there yet.
Yep.
Just even pressure.
Yeah, I know.
1 minute to go for the layline.
1 minute. We're not there yet. We're very close in this header now.
Brad Butterworth talking about how far out to the...
Well, they're getting close to that left-hand corner. If Alinghi's within a minute, or if there's any left-hand shift at all, they're on the lay line.
Good pressure coming down to us here.
They're going to have to get back shortly.
Let's go.
So now it's Alinghi who's got the advantage up by 13 metres. Here comes Alinghi tacking back. So the advantage goes to them. So as Alinghi tack back. Tom Wooden, what do you make of it?
Yeah, I like what Alinghi did at the start. Took the left-hand side of the line. They were a little bit slow at the start, but the left-hand side seemed like it had a little bit more wind. And they enjoyed a little bit of a left shift going up the leg. I notice it's 12 degrees now, so the wind's gone pretty left. Other than that, Team New Zealand must be pretty encouraged being on the wrong side of the ship and being able to hold them off for this long.
That's Tom Wooden, tactician aboard Stars and Stripes. Right, Buddy Melgers, what do you make of the boat race so far?
Well, certainly we had a backing right at the start that should have given the advantage to the Swiss. However, it was very close and they couldn't cross. I think the boats are very similar in speed. I've been watching a bow wave, just seated the Pants approach. I'd say it's going to be a great series.
That's Buddy Melgers, who skippered America Cubed to victory in 1992. Back with you, Ed.
Well, this is so close. I'm thrilled to see that it's this close. But it could go either way. Now they're going to sail up the course a little farther here and start to feel the effect of the massive spectator fleet at the top end of the race course. Now it shouldn't affect one boat more than the other, but it will be a difference. They'll have to change gears and look for a little more power when they get up there. There's a lot of boats, as you can see there from the aerial shot. A lot of boats spread around, and these are not small boats.
We've begun to make them.
It looks to me also like Alinghi is on the lay line. If they're over the lay line at all, that could be an advantage to Team New Zealand.
Alinghi with a lead of 1 boat length, and that left-hand side of the course has really been paying dividends the whole way. And looking at the relative tracks of the two yachts, we can see the yellow trail that Team New Zealand has been sailing lower or a wider angle the whole way up the speed. If we look at it through that part of the race course there, the blue trail of Alinghi sailing higher. The same applies through this part of the race course here. Alinghi always able to sail up closer to the mark whereas Team New Zealand sailing a lower angle there. And I would suggest that's probably a function of a left-hand wind shift as much as anything. But certainly the fact that Team New Zealand has been able to hang in against the shift, as we both heard off North Star, is somewhat encouraging. But at Alinghi, that we're seeing that textbook performance by them where they managed to get in phase with the shifts, get on the favoured side. At this stage, though, Team New Zealand just by the skin of their teeth retaining that starboard tack advantage, which is keeping them in control of this game.
It's a little higher than him at the moment.
After the disappointments of yesterday when they pulled out well before this stage of race one, they may be trailing by a boat length, but things looking quite encouraging for Team New Zealand. First leg, race 2.
What are the run times for that, Nisa? Just a little bit off him here.
This looks to me, but you could have a look down there, but
There's a little header here and okayish pressure. Maybe think about it, not rushing it, but just us versus him. This is the best we've looked in the last minute. If we were to think about going back, .22, 23 is the most header we've had on this tack at the moment. Yeah.
Click on.
Hold that. Yeah, he's not down with us yet. Spanking up there. Hold that. It's actually, he's in a little better pressure than us.
About 15 and 4 at the moment, yeah. What are the ley lines on the run now?
15 and 4, that's close to the job,
7 and 15 at this breeze. Yeah, it's a little gain to us there.
Relative performance between the
Nicely
boats,
in
very
range.
even as they make their way up to the first mark. The encouraging thing for Team New Zealand is that they have been in the position not to take advantage of the left-hand shift. The wind is
just here.
Swung to the left around 10 degrees, and probably more importantly, we've heard coming off Alinghi from Murray Jones that the pressure or the wind speed in the left-hand side looks a little better. But Team New Zealand on the right have managed to hang in there against the advantage of Alinghi in the left. So that is encouraging. Long port tack, they stayed a lot on starboard. Now they're on the long port tack, both boats in clear wind. Dean Barker.
It's just soft pressure for our headings here.
That's the voice.
Still good numbers.
Adam Beechel just talking about the relative performance, looking at the wind patterns further up the Gulf.
Just got a little bit more
Advantage
Yeah,
line,
might do.
11 metres,
Yeah.
favouring Alinghi at the moment. And that's the view there, almost bow to bow, 5 or 6 metres in it. And if Team New Zealand is able to tack back,
no word on a course
and
change.
retain that starboard tack advantage.
What if they change the course to 20 or something,
lead
Bill?
around the top mark.
That changes.
So this is crucial for Team New Zealand that when they next converge, that they retain starboard tack advantage and force Alinghi out to that left-hand ley line.
Yeah, I agree.
But I agree with you, Peter. I think that it's been encouraging. Team New Zealand's performance up here, and Alinghi, to me, have had the best of the breeze. The whole time, we've heard Alinghi calling more pressure on the left. We're bow up. But despite that, they've been unable to shake off Team New Zealand, who appear to have been sailing a little bit lower and a little bit faster the whole way up the speed.
Alinghi right up there, getting very close to the port-hand ley line. So on board Team New Zealand, they are able to sail in clear air in that leeward position, and if they come back at Alinghi too early on and they don't manage to get to them, they would find themselves in a disadvantaged position. So tactically, they're really just making sure that they're going to be very, if they're not ahead, that they're going to be very close at this first mark. On board Alinghi.
Going to get into the spectator shit.
That's interesting there, Russell. Brad Butterworth talking about the effect of the spectator craft up at the top mark as they approach, and the big wind shadow that's being projected down onto the course
flags on
from
that
the
big boat look about the same
will
as what
affect
we've
the
got
relative
up
performance
past the
between
mark.
the two boats as they approach the top mark.
Take two, isn't it?
A little more pressure still to come here, just a touch. Thinking about the run, Pete? He's headed two there, right, Joe? This is the best we've looked at him. Quite soft here.
What's the seat, Phil? Bear away, or?
I think it's we're just crossing.
On pressure.
He's going to go for a high mode, but we will cross him this time, all right?
And hold that.
You got him, Russell, here? Yeah. It's okay, I'm crossing. Cross him, no problem.
Left hand. Okay,
Think
seat, Phil.
the run, Pete.
Little header there.
Ship-wise, there's not much in it, really.
I think we can bear. We'll just set up for a bear away here. Here's a little header, Russell. We can take this across. He continues. Jeez. He's coming back in. Let's go and bounce.
Just looking over the first mark there towards the two boats. Alinghi have just managed to cross in front of Team New Zealand as they approach the first mark, 2 minutes away from that first mark as we go back out into the water. Peter Montgomery and Ed Baird in a sensational first leg.
It has been enthralling, but Alinghi has got by Team New Zealand. This is tack number 6 as Alinghi tack right in the face of Team New Zealand now. And Team New Zealand now have bounced out to the left.
Well, are they? Look how fast Team New Zealand was going when Alinghi had to tack on it there. And now they may try to live here and block Team New Zealand, block Alinghi out at the mark. So both boats will be pretty slow when they go around.
Same speed now, slightly fast.
That picture shows it looks like they're leg, but I think they're squeezed up to a pretty high mode here to try to do it.
So you mean Alinghi is squeezed up at a high mode to do it?
I think
So Alinghi is trying to squeeze up. Team New Zealand's trying to live there.
Yeah.
Coots is trying to cart Alinghi above the ley line. This is the fourth ley line. Team New Zealand are coming down all the time. Coots is rallying. Team New Zealand is loading down. What a super boat race. This is what we hope to see on the first.
I'm thinking we go around behind and we bear away set. We go just bear away with him, look for the jibe on him. If he jibes, that's we go straight.
Right, so that's Adam Beecham. He jibes, we go straight. So it is Alinghi that have been able to dig their way out of that. They've done a super job.
Little pressure to build here.
But they are in a lower mode.
How many lengths?
Just a bear away.
Fantastic boat race.
Where do you want the further there?
We're hurting them there, Russell. Keep it high.
We're hurting them there, says Brad.
Trevor's staying there, Warren.
So all of a sudden, Team New Zealand are dropping out. They're dropping off dramatically. As Alinghi is squeezed out.
I'm out of his track.
Team New Zealand is dropping back.
You really see the effect of the disturb there from the lead boat. Great play by Alinghi to stretch their little bit of a lead out to another length and a half.
So that was half a boat length, and now it's going to become 2, maybe 3. Brilliant defense by Alinghi. Right, reach 2 up, America's captain down to 3. Here comes the hoist from Alinghi. Fair away. Team New Zealand, the Amiga Club, flicks on back. 12 seconds.
Nice right shift there to go down, Russell. Good pressure here.
New Zealand. Now, what about the hula? Can Team New Zealand make a game? There's been so much speculation about the relative merits of these two boats off the wind. We'll see.
Well, Peter, interesting upwind. They seemed like they were locked in the same boat speed mode, but it always did look like Alinghi had just a little bit of height edge. I wonder how much of that was pressure. Certainly, he protected the left-hand side of the wind, which had more pressure.
Easy.
Well, Ed, the course was set to 25 degrees, and right now it's 10. So it's been going left right throughout the boat race.
They came off the starting line at about 20 or 21 degrees of wind direction, and it shifted very gently over to the left. They spent most of the beats sailing in sort of 15 to 18, and then just right here at the weather mark, it shifted around to 10. So that was the reason that Alinghi got across right at the end. And it certainly, they did a good job playing the side that was affected. But what I'm saying is, I didn't see anything in it in the boat speeds.
Yes, absolutely.
We're a little bit above his line, I'd like to mention if we could.
Whitten and Buddy Melgers as well. The positions on the water at the moment are related to pressure, and the favoured left-hand side won by Russell Coots at the start.
Now, if we do have a speed difference downwind, let's see what it is. So there's only a length between the bow and the stern of the two boats. And
just a little bit above his
staying
line.
pretty steady.
So remember 50 metres when we come back to them.
Watch the spin sheet on the 40
We'll see whether or not Team New Zealand are making a gain, and the Fane caller has made any noticeable improvement of the wind, or whether or not Alinghi is very slippery downhill.
Well, Team New Zealand in a great position to try and drive on the inside of Alinghi when it's time to turn. And they're working hard on Team New Zealand to get a little bit lower to get that position a little stronger still. No big wind shifts out here. Here comes a staysail on board Alinghi. We've seen that before from the Challengers.
Got a head for me?
Well, I think he's just going to wait for us now because
I can help that topper.
I'm watching from behind now and seeing Team New Zealand slowly dropping down to a better position, lower than Alinghi. It's better for the long term.
They're soaking down, aren't they?
A little bit.
But Alinghi has thrown the staysail up, which is a little extra horsepower, and it is, in fact, the perfect conditions for that sail. Smooth water, 10, 11 knots of breeze.
It's 10.3 at the moment. Flat water, current is coming in, or tide coming in.
Difficult position for Alinghi. Look how they're losing gauge sideways. Team New Zealand is slowly getting to the right of the picture, which is a stronger position when the teams go to jive.
Because when they jive, Team New Zealand will be on their end.
There goes the team member up the rig to make sure the battens go across and that the sail, when they jive, doesn't get caught on the upper shroud or upper spreaders.
Yeah.
He'll stop right at the jumpers.
Oh, down a bit.
Yeah, well, right now, it's quite a left shift, so you've got to give it a go, Russell.
Yeah.
I know we're going to run out of runway.
There's nothing wrong with the other side. On the left-hand side.
He's just
saying we're a little quicker. He's having
a little bit of pace on just at the moment.
Coming out pretty hot out of this one, okay, fellas? Jono?
Frank, I don't need anyone. He's coming back too. He's just holding. He's holding. Leave it out.
Big drum, big drum.
Yeah.
Yeah, driving this time.
Need a little build because we're just building slowly because we're slow going.
Few waves here.
Two interesting tactical manoeuvres while the boats were coming away from the mark. On port tack, we saw two dummy jives, or two dummy attempted jives by Alinghi. And then on the third attempt, Team New Zealand just felt that they are in a disadvantaged position in the behind, and Team New Zealand have now jived away in the windward position. Alinghi now jiving in the leeward position, and they're getting right down on that starboard ley line. Team New Zealand since the mark before the false jibes had in fact made one boat length. Alinghi now jiving. We can see the staysail set up inside the Jenica. It's folded up, it's rolled up on a roller. Once the boat is
Yeah, what's the stopper and the staysail down there?
The crew
What's that?
You're right, man.
Staysail, just adding more sail area to the sail plan.
Nice puff here, a little bit lower than
65 metres that lead to Alinghi around mark number one. It closed down to 40 metres, so that was a net one boat length gain to Team New Zealand just before the two dummy jives. And since jiving, it would seem that Team New Zealand with the yellow trail on the left has been able to soak down a bit closer to the mark, and they're gaining all the time here. Alinghi out on the right-hand side. Looks like they've got a bit less pressure, sailing bow up. Team New Zealand on the charge, down to one length. Alinghi, by holding their jibe off out towards the ley line, looks like the opposite is applying to that which occurred up the beat. Whereas Team New Zealand, this time, being on the left-hand side of the course, is gaining on Alinghi in the same way that Alinghi gained, being on the left-hand side upwind. And it's now down to 8 metres. Team New Zealand very definitely on the charge. Russell Coots looking over his shoulder. There's the mark they're going to in the distance.
Can you see the bottom mark from there, Murray?
That is a very close race now.
It's too tight. We might have taken on the runner or something.
I suspect is
I'd
much
ease the
as
head a
anything
little
a
bit.
function of
Stay so here.
wind shift, wind speed. Maybe, just maybe, Pete, we're seeing the hula and that long hull of Team New Zealand starting to come into play.
Are we seeing the effect of the power of the hula, giving that extra waterline length, just enabling the boat to go a little bit faster downwind? I know a lot of the talk pre the America's Cup, the hula on the downwind leg, that's when you get the full power, the full advantage, and possibly better speed on the downwind legs.
A little bit there, Louis.
And SAP Jenical pulling Team New Zealand downwind. So we've got New Zealand under windward position.
Maybe a click more.
Alinghi in the lowest position, that's Peter Evans, part of the afterguard. Hamish Pepper, tactician immediately ahead.
That's better for us, Daggy.
Just looking behind Ian Barker on the helm. Tony Ray on the main sheet.
It's not quite soft there, mate.
This is just coming to us here, I reckon, Louis.
Working on the trimmer, Tony Ray.
Just coming through by that
camera
boat here.
Louis is called. Grant Loret's on the left-hand side. Adam Bichel there at the mast. Spotting the breeze.
Nah.
Team New Zealand would appear to have had the legs down here a little bit.
This is nice here, Dino.
Tony Ray calling that he likes the breeze on that side. And there it is, Team New Zealand into the lead. 2 boat lengths on the charge down this run. Can they get enough distance that they can jibe? Just clear across the bow of Alinghi. Oh, wow. Fantastic stuff for Team New Zealand. And they are just stretching away down here. More breeze, it would seem.
Just on the edge of the Dino.
There's Alinghi down to leeward. And there we have Team New Zealand soaking across their bow.
Glenn, Team New Zealand is an absolute rocket ship downwind. I think it's a function of the hula, it's a function of maybe that long skinny bowl, and it's a function of a little bit more sail area. Certainly a lot of the talk pre the event was that the big advantage for Team New Zealand would be on the downwind legs. Here we go. Looks like they're on a roll.
They've gained a length on us. Length and a half.
Talking about jibing you guys. I can't post it yet.
There it is now. There's someone up.
Okay, standing by.
Nice laugh roll, Gerard.
Big East. Big East, oh no. Quite hot here.
Just on the bow of those big boats there.
What's our ley line times?
Oh, we've got a bit to go. 5 this way, 3, 4 the other.
Yeah. It looks just even pressure. Easy diving.
times in the Louis Vuitton Cup or America's Cup of lead changes. So Team New Zealand have taken the lead over Alinghi after they trailed by 12 seconds at the first mark. And here's Baird. It looks as though pressure has played a part. Is it pressure or is it horsepower that's giving Team New Zealand the edge at the moment?
Well, from off the boat, John, it's obviously impossible to tell, but it does seem like they jived into a little bit better pressure. Alinghi tried to jive and come with them, and I think maybe it was a little bit premature in jiving back. Maybe got affected a little bit by the wind throw off of Team New Zealand sails, but certainly of late, there's been a little pressure line that's built through, and Team New Zealand got around the front.
Well, also, we've been discussing this with Buddy Melgers and Tom Whidden, and we agree with Tony Ray, who was talking to Grant Loretz, or Louis as he calls him, by saying he liked it out to the right, to seeing Tom Whidden to be a little bit more pressure out there.
Yeah, I think for the same reason that Alinghi gained upwind to the left, I think it's possible that Team New Zealand gained to the right looking downwind because of the wind pressure. There's also been a lot of speculation that Team New Zealand might have a faster boat downwind. And wow, I'm liking what I see if you like Team New Zealand's chances.
Yeah. Certainly Team New Zealand have been going very, very quick downwind. There's no doubt about that, Tom Whidden.
Okay.
We'll just try and get the figures if we talk to our producer, Steve Coates. Steve, how far were they behind at the top mark? The distance, they're leading by 18 metres to the moment. They were 60 behind, and now they lead by 18. Alinghi is coming back at them. Just feels Remember, okay Team New Zealand at one stage were actually out to Team New Zealand were leading by 90 metres. So Alinghi has come back with a little bit more pressure.
Yeah, a little bit of a soft spot now where Team New Zealand is.
Team New Zealand are sailing into a soft spot.
But they have what they've done, and the reason that they jived there was to protect that inside position for the rounding. Now the danger, of course, is the next time they come back together, if they aren't at the rounding portion of the leg, they'll be on opposite tacks, and Team New Zealand will be on port, which is the giveaway tack.
Here comes Team New Zealand coming back. What do you make of this, Tom?
Well, I agree with that. It does look a little soft in the area that they were in, and maybe that's why they're jiving now. The other thing interesting is the wind has come back to the right a little bit, more like it was at the starting line.
And it's dropped as well. The pressure at the bottom end of the course, we're down to 7.8 knots. We did have close to 10 at the top mark.
Yeah, and that's showing on Alinghi as well. They just rolled up their staysail, they're putting it away. When it gets too soft and the Jennifer is trimmed in hard, the staysail is not really going to help make the boat go faster because the sails are trimmed in on the center line more. So interesting how it's changing quickly out here. Not any great big shift, although it is back to the general area of where they started in the 20s. But pressure has been the issue.
We're lower than him.
It's around 6 minutes to the bottom mark. Team New Zealand had got out to nearly 4 boat lengths
I can't see the mark yet.
But they're in front by a boat length at best at the moment. Like Alinghi have certainly come back into it.
No signs of the pressure building back up the top, up the next beat.
That's the voice of Adam Beechel.
Got about a minute and 30, so
famous sailing family out of Sydney. Brother and father and grandfather of
Yeah, we need him up for the jive though, copy?
Yeah.
This is a strong spot here for Team New Zealand, Peter, because when Alinghi does come back, even if Alinghi is ahead, because of their proximity to the edge of the course, Team New Zealand could jive inside of them and again throw that wind shadow down, slowing Alinghi down and putting them in a tough spot.
This stage, Pete, the pressure's still all the way down to North Head.
So it's Team New Zealand leading by 25 metres.
Nice puff here for us. Let's go, guys.
We're seeing the wind shift back to the right a bit, Peter, which is helping Team New Zealand. And to the right of the screen, as the wind shifts that way, it's going to be a benefit to Team New Zealand as long as it stays there.
Alinghi going through the jive. On our version, it looked like they were absolutely outside the four-plane line.
And they're doing a jive field. It's gotten light enough that they're going to a different sail. They're taking your other one down. It's probably a code 2 downwind sail. They're going to a code 1, which is a little bit smaller, a little bit different design sail, just for that lighter condition that they have.
It's getting lighter as they get down to the bottom mark. Meanwhile, Tom Whidden, we see the Team New Zealand up there.
Well, the other angles obviously get a little closer as the wing gets lighter, Peter. And here we are in the Hauraki Gulf. It's never easy here. And as Ed pointed out, there's only a boat length or so between the boats. It really is anybody's game. I heard that the race committee was thinking of changing the course to 20 speed. So be an interesting race to come here.
Yeah, Tom, Team New Zealand has got to be stretching right here. We've got a lot of speed on. That maneuver by Alinghi gives cost them speed. They're rebuilding now, but there you can see it looks like about 5 boat lengths and trying to be more.
27. Well, Team New Zealand are holding the angle up here. As we spoke to Tom Whitten, you could see they were bow up, and they were really holding it up, and they are extending. They've got 5 boat lengths, but they've got to get across and get by Alinghi.
Well, that's
and then come through the jibe. As we can see, they are just got to advance about another 100 meters, and we will see them jibe. And then head to the bottom mark.
That's a strong spot, though, for Team New Zealand. What's happened is we're the farthest right-hand shift that we've seen in the whole race, 28 degrees now, and that has been a big gainer for Team New Zealand.
So that is mark number 2 here in race number 2 of America's Cup 2003. After the problems yesterday that Team New Zealand encountered, they certainly have bounced back well. Alinghi winning the start, or the favoured end of the line, and doing best up the first beat out to the left, rounding mark number 1 by 12 seconds. Now Team New Zealand are continuing to
Just on the
extend.
stern now.
Brad Butterworth saying they're on their stern. So they're up to 150 metres, and Team New Zealand have got pace on here now.
I just got to get
And so it did pay off. They went through a soft spot about 5-6 minutes ago, where they went from 100 metres down to 25 metres.
Well, Peter, as fate would have it, we're starting to see the wind shift back to the left again. So as it shifts left, that'll be another gain for Team New Zealand. Plus, Team New Zealand has to do 1 drive to get to the mark, and Alinghi has to do 2.
So here goes Team New Zealand through the jibe. They're onto the starboard hand jibe now. And on the bow, it's Jeremy Lomas, Matt Mitchell mid-bow, Nick Heron on the mast, Jared Henderson with the lovely jibe. They're starting to play on confidence here. Now, of course, the key issue here on both legs, really, that this leg, how much of pressure is, how much of the big long bowl, and the hula. Is Team New Zealand quicker downhill?
Well, the bulb is not something that should necessarily help them on the downwind legs, but the extra water line and length of the boat will. And the hula, as you call it, seems to be working in this condition, certainly. But also remember that Team New Zealand has a bit more horsepower or sail area than Alinghi because of the way they've developed and configured their boat. And under the rules, they just end up with a little more sail. That's more speed.
That's when it was meant to pay off for Team New Zealand in the off-wind leg.
We're going to run out of time.
Harry Jones saying we're going to run out of time for Alinghi.
Do you want that jockey pole off?
So remember, this is a 6-leg race. This is the end of leg number 2. Team New Zealand out to the right. Alinghi will have to jibe again. Team New Zealand are able to make through. So that is also going to cost
35-40 away
Alinghi
from hoisting a jib, guys. Yep.
Whose voice was that? Hamish Pepper. We can hear Tony Ray doing a lot of talking on board NZL 82.
Okay, good.
Not far off going jib here, guys.
Jared Henderson was the voice. Jared Henderson working in the pit.
Jam Diggy.
Now watch, this is a hard maneuver for Alinghi. They're jib up, they're going to jibe probably onto no pole.
Me?
That's it, yep.
They're making a mark to fill the Jenniker.
They go through the jibe, Alinghi.
Strength back!
There's a lot more than the Jenniker.
Slowly, very slowly.
Race 2, America's Cup 2003. And Team New Zealand round in front. To ecstatic applause from the spectator craft in a crescent shape here at the Leeward Mark. And the Olympic clock is ticking against Alinghi, who led Mark 1, leading by 12 seconds. And Team New Zealand is hard on the breeze. 7.5 knots. So Team New Zealand turned the deficit from 12 to plus 34. As now they go into league number 3, which is the second beat. And Team New Zealand now, it's up to their afterguard and also Adam Beechall to be able to call the shots.
There he goes.
And still Ed, as we look up the course, do we like the left?
Well, I'm still seeing the wind shift to the right at the moment, so I would be surprised if the action goes to the right. Both boats are lifted right now. There looks like a pretty good breeze out to the left, but it certainly is not building anymore. You know, when we started the race, the wind was building. Now it's just stable. In fact, maybe even dying a little bit with the sea breeze getting, you know, to its maximum of the day. Temperature starting to drop. That kills the breeze.
Well, the temperature has not dropped amongst the spectators here, and the heartbeat level across New Zealand is absolutely pumping to match the mood that's happening on the Hauraki Gulf as Team New Zealand have come from behind to run and gun Alinghi down on the first off-wind leg. They lead by just over 34 seconds. What a race this is. What a turnaround from the disaster of yesterday for Team New Zealand. They're in front, but can they hold it?
Yeah. Still looks a little light over to the right-hand side, though.
Generally pretty light, you know. Lighter than the last. This way, 11.5.
Yeah. It's showing quite right hand at the top again.
It's a little bit stuck in it.
Louis.
Yeah.
Is that clip, is that feeder on the bow?
That's what it looked like from up the rig. Just. Oh, don't know about that. We're happy we could, you know, sit on his hip here, going back the other way. Just to confirm, the top mark's been moved left of the original. Yeah.
They're knocking it. Hold damage.
Starting.
Little tremor.
Up the mark. It was the unit was on, but the volume is.
And hold that.
It's definitely gone left on our wing there. Happy if we roll to go with him with this.
What a difference a day makes. Yesterday, Russell Coutts was steering his boat home, having won the first race. And after the first leg, they were leading by 12 seconds before Team New Zealand. For the first time, we've seen Team New Zealand downwind, and they passed and gained 46 seconds on that first downwind leg, leading by 34 seconds at the second mark. Now we just wait and see what the wind and shifts and pressure do on the leg number 3.
Team New Zealand has gained a further 2 lengths since the bottom mark. When they came around the bottom and settled down on the wind, it was 100 metres. So Alinghi lost a little bit during the rounding. They came out of the mark a bit slow. But Alinghi, it seems, sails in just a slightly higher, slower mode. And their crosswind, Team New Zealand's just gained another half length since we've been on virtual spectator. It seems Pete Lester, that they just sail a little bit freer and faster through the water, Team New Zealand upwind. But that's a 70-metre gain since the bottom mark, close to 3 boat lengths. So I suspect that's a function of Team New Zealand sailing into more pressure on the left-hand side, picking that breeze up, which seemed to be what got Alinghi into the lead up that first beat.
In the sewer, down below, spinnaker being packed. It's a hot job down there. But yes, Glenn, I agree. I think the New Zealand boat seems to sail a slightly different mode, a little bit lower and a little bit faster, and that left-hand advantage in the late afternoon sea breeze. Team New Zealand just allowing Alinghi to climb out of the turbulent wind to the weather, but Alinghi will be being affected in that windward position by the turbulent wind coming off the back of the mainsail. Mike Drummond just tidying up the runners. Mike's the navigator for Team New Zealand.
Hey, Matty,
Drummond now holding a
touch of
ruler
pressure just on your
measuring
bow.
the height of Alinghi, because of course now they're not allowed to use laser rangefinders, and it's slightly comical to see a navigator on a high-tech boat like this with the electronics they have holding up a ruler to measure very much rule of thumb almost the range between themselves and Alinghi. But the advantage now out to 180 metres.
In the middle of the tack box, you know.
And Peter Evans there looking
There's
up
a little
to
bit of
windward.
sticky back near it.
Binoculars,
So that'll
looking
be
for
a
the
bit of
breeze.
a guide.
Mike Drummond obviously a lot more sophisticated than Tom Snackenberg, who only used a pencil on me, didn't he?
Oh, no, San Diego,
Yeah, so
95.
Drummond's gone for the ruler.
Russell Coots on the helm. Brad Butterworth immediately behind Murray Jones. They now will just try and keep the game close, hoping for an opportunity. It's going to get lighter as the afternoon goes on, and
Nice pressure here.
there will be more opportunities in this race.
Unfamiliar territory for Alinghi.
Good pressure here, really
Concentration
good
on
for
their
us.
faces spoke volumes. And then we hear Murray Jones keeping it upbeat, talking about a bit more pressure for them. This is good for us. And just looking there, we can see, as seems to always be the case, Alinghi just sails a little bit high, a little bit closer to the wind. But crosswind, Team New Zealand is still gaining. It's out to 189 metres, 190 metres. So that's close to a 4 boat length gain since rounding
A bit of a line.
That's them there. They're heading right out towards the left-hand side of that course. Alinghi just fine on the hip. That's a great shot there, which explains how the blue trail of Alinghi is just sailing a little bit closer to the wind, whereas Team New Zealand's just sailing lower and a wee bit quicker through the water. Net gain to Team New Zealand at this stage, perhaps a function of a little bit more breeze on the left-hand side. Brian Loretz there trims the Jenica downwind.
Glenn, it can be also a function of extra waterline length. If you're sailing a little bit lower and a little bit faster, if you are a longer boat, the theory will tell you you should go faster.
Yeah, here's a little pressure to start.
Every time I look at the relative pictures of the boats, Alinghi looks a little bit higher. Team New Zealand a little lower, but the net gain
pretty even.
since they've been on starboard tack has been a gain to
wider
Team
now
New
for a
Zealand,
while.
just VMGing,
We'd take as well, because it just looks even
just
to me.
VMGing away from Alinghi.
What do you think, Murray?
So you've both now had a look at Team New Zealand upwind and downwind, and it sounds to me as if you're quite impressed with what you've seen now, Peter.
I think upwind, in this condition, the boats are even, although the moding of the boats or the style that the boats sail is slightly different. And we've talked about that. Team New Zealand, a little bit lower, a little bit faster. Alinghi, a little bit higher, but a bit slower. But the net advantage does seem to be slightly with Team New Zealand. On the first windward beat, they were to the right, and the ship was against them, and yet they hung in there. Team New Zealand now packing. getting right out towards the forehand lay line, but I think the revelation was that downwind leg, and although they got the advantage of, I think, more pressure, the boat is a rocket on the downwind legs.
Overall, it's probably just a little bit better out that side.
Downwind.
That's what he tacked on it.
That is just extraordinary.
Coming back right here.
So Alinghi now in the unfamiliar position of being the trailing boat. However, we know how good they are.
Absolutely. Just interesting. Just right at the right of shot, we can see Richard Bazane just doing a little adjustment there. What he's in fact doing is running a weed knife up and down the leading edge of the rudder. Just checking, or just trying to floss any debris off the rudder.
Chibuzade, one of the many Kiwis. In fact, no, Chibuzade is there, of course. One of the Kiwis on board Alinghi. And they now get ready to attack. Alinghi against Team New Zealand. It's Team New Zealand leading by 34 seconds at the second mark. And after the disappointments of yesterday, at the moment anyway, it's much more positive for Team New Zealand. Race 2 of the America's Cup.
This left ship's 11 this way, 3 the other. He's going to attack there.
He's tacking. Slow down. Bottom ear pressure, Daggy.
Copy, yeah, got it. Straight through the V's for you, Louis. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Hold that.
Get some puff out on the left now, are you? You know these ones up here?
Not really coming down.
Eh?
Where's our mark, Bill?
How far off this mark? And 11 this way.
Where's the mark?
It's green. It's up in that corner.
Pretty soft though, the breeze, I reckon.
Starting to put a bit of thought into the run, Pete. It's going to be a good left hand.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You can't find it. Okay, Jaggy, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not sure about that. It's inside or out of the cover. Not that. Not sure whether it's
New Zealand have continued to impress in this race, race 2 of the America's Cup against Alinghi from Switzerland. Remember, Alinghi won yesterday, led by 12 seconds at the first mark. Team New Zealand led by 34 seconds at the second mark. And as we'll see soon through virtual spectator, Team New Zealand have certainly not lost any ground in the last couple of minutes.
100 metres was the margin at the bottom mark. Team New Zealand has gained close to 3 lengths up the speed. That's them with the yellow trail coming back on starboard tack. Look for them to tack as soon as they get to windward of Alinghi, getting very close to that ley line. So Team New Zealand doing exactly that, tacking right on top of Alinghi's airflow, which will force Alinghi back out to that ley line. And Team New Zealand will keep doing this to force the action out to the left-hand side. Try and close the game up a little bit. Alinghi preparing to tack now. They couldn't live there. Around 6 to 7 boat lengths behind. Russell Coots turns the boat through the tack again. Team New Zealand continuing on port, building speed.
Just see there how
there's a motorboat right there.
Alinghi having to tack away, the effect of the tacks in this light air now, it really knocks the performance around. And in fact, Alinghi right up on that, getting close to the port and ley line to do the second tack is what we call a down speed tack. When they came on starboard, they hadn't in fact got up to their target speed, so this tack will be a little bit costly, but they're just getting very close to that port and ley line.
No, but what's the heading to it? Yeah, we're very close to it.
As Pete said there, that's exactly right. Team New Zealand is laying up towards the ley line, and Alinghi was forced to do that double tack. They did that down speed tack, and that cost them at least one boat length. And that ley line is shifted through as the breeze, and it's shifting further as the wind shifts a little bit left. That means that Team New Zealand is now
you want to send me up now?
comfortably laying with the wind at this direction. Yeah. And it was really this double tack,
that's where we should be laying,
which cost Alinghi a length. And Team New Zealand, it would seem, Pete Lester, not every bit as quick up when they get the ships going their way.
For my mind, they've got an edge in this condition.
Be thinking about the downwind,
Pete. 7 or 8 knots. Team New Zealand, in this condition against Alinghi, look to have an edge upwind and downwind. I think she was on that first downwind leg was an absolute rocket. So the observation of the relative speeds on the next downwind run might clarify, was it a fluke or was it real?
6.5 minutes to go till the next mark. Almost halfway through race 2 of the America's Cup. A long delay before we saw this race start at 10 to 4. With Switzerland leading in the first mark. Team New Zealand passed on the first downwind leg, and they continue to lead.
Yeah, so we're looking at it, Yeah, I would, yes. He's not laying it at the moment. He's tacking.
See the mark, Russell? Down through there. See the big mast? Just on the stern of the big mast. Pressure to a little more. Beyond the mark. Yeah, a little bit over.
Yes, we are.
On the stern of that big single mast.
He just got a little header there, or he's reaching hard at one or the other.
Oh, header here or something.
No. No. No, we're still just done.
He's back. Let's concentrate on him here.
Well, this has to be a fair race, and unfortunately, spectator craft are creeping back onto the race course, and you need to be aware out there on the water that you are encroaching on the course. So check where you are and back off. Team New Zealand leading 5 minutes away from the third mark. Back out onto the water to PJ and Ian.
Well, wind direction well around to the left again. We've seen a 35-degree left-hand shift since they rounded the leeward mark. We're back just about exactly to due north. 8 knots of breeze, pretty steady on the wind speed this leg. And there's been a little bit of moving around, pushing, you know, trying to shadow box here with each other, but Team New Zealand retaining a very strong position up this entire leg, and now this next tack for them should be their last.
It's going to come back quickly though.
Depending on how they do it, Alinghi
we're
may
well
or may
over
not
it here,
have to
okay?
tack
Well
twice
over
more.
it. Oh yeah, we're miles over.
Number 3, halfway through the race. Team New Zealand
Comes all the way through. This would be a loss to him, I think.
Good left hand here.
It'll be a loss to him, really a loss to Team New Zealand.
I agree with that. Looks like there's suddenly a little left-hand pressure that's bringing Alinghi closer.
Alinghi are getting a lot closer.
But Alinghi's just far enough behind Peter that when Team New Zealand
It's
attacks
so
and
too
hammers
low,
up here,
right?
they're going to have some hard choices to make, whether they do 2 tacks or for a while.
Team New Zealand attacks are in front, but Alinghi is definitely closed up. Definitely. It's 3 to 4 boat lengths. They were trailing by 6 or 7. 100 metres. They were at one stage. Team New Zealand were up to 180.
This is right back to how far they were apart at the leeward mark.
So it's a very big gain to Alinghi. But will Alinghi be able to live there now? Surely the disturbed air coming off Team New Zealand will make life difficult for Alinghi. Both boats now on the port May line. The wind at 7.8 knots, 4 degrees. Adam Beecham going up the rig ahead on Team New Zealand.
Well, I think it's a good move this time to have guys going up the rig. Last time they didn't do that at the weather mark, and they held for a long time. They got away with their jibes, but it's a little softer on average. Having that guy up at the jumpers is a big benefit when they jibe to the safety of the Jenniker. And of course, he can also see where the wind's stronger. There's a little bit of fraying going on up in the rigging there, nothing to worry about.
Take the leeward traveller off me.
That's the voice of Tony Ray.
Yes, happy with that.
Who was
Job
on
set,
board
Jack.
NZL 60.
Yeah, it's
See
just
some
it's
fibers
better
there.
pressure. You're
That's
feeling it here
elastic.
already.
That's
Not much more
part
than
of
what
the
you got.
system
It's
that
better
holds the jumpers or
straight.
the running back stays apart when they go up and over the boom on the jibes and tacks.
So here on the bow of Team New Zealand, that's Jeremy Lomas on the bow. Matt Mitchell is mid-bow. Nick Heron is working the mast. And it's Jared Henderson in the...
Yeah.
That's Murray Jones going up the mast.
No, very seldom. No, not really.
Take red down if you want, Pete. Just keep an eye on your green too, Matty.
So that's the voice of Jared Henderson talking about Matty, meaning Matt Mitchell.
How far are we off the mark? Let's go pole, eh?
Well, Peter, the way the spectator fleet is set up, the way the wind is shifted, and the way things are looking just generally, I would expect these guys to get onto the opposite jibe pretty quickly at this weather mark. The big left shift right now, farther than we've seen all day, 355.
Still a long way off, Pete.
9 knots of breeze. And there's an awful lot of spectator boats down the right-hand side of the race course compared to the left. So jiving early would get the boats away from the spectator influence on the breeze.
Alinghi continuing to make inroads. It was 100 metres down, now to 80.
Yeah, inside or outside, Manny?
Alinghi closing all the time.
Let's go. Let's get her on.
So it will be fascinating to see once they round this Mark 3, going into the second off-wind leg, whether or not Team New Zealand is quick and can extend. The other key thing that Team New Zealand need to be aware of is
happy to bounce it?
that they don't get Alinghi shadowing them.
You're going to be forward, Pete.
Well, grind it, Matty. You just hold it forward. Happy on the outside.
Tell that one.
There's plenty of time for this leg too, Matty.
So they're going to do exactly what he had wanted, and that is, or suggested, that because of the left,
He's going for a dive set as well.
So he was in out to the left.
You're going to do the front 8 fast. You're going to do the pole 8.
Alinghi leading at Mark 1.1 seconds.
You're going to do the
Zealand leading at Mark 2 by 34 seconds. The Barber has been around the top mark, and the Amiga clock is ticking against Alinghi.
3, 2, 1, move!
So the hoist from Team New Zealand and the jive. Up goes the SUI America.
Yours, Pass?
Team New Zealand led by 34 seconds at the last mark. It's 26 seconds at mark number 3. So a gain to a lead of 8 seconds.
An interesting way they're turning there, PJ. Look at the way that Alinghi's turning. A bit sharper than what Team New Zealand did. They're going to come out at about the same track, but they did a sharper turn early. Themselves positioned for later. They're paying for it a little bit now, though, because as you know, when you turn these boats, the sharper you turn, the more you lose speed. Team New Zealand has already gotten up to top speed now with the sails up for downwind and the Genoa down on the deck. Alinghi still accelerating. They're not quite up to their top speed. They're just going through the wake that they left themselves as they went upwind.
Now we'll ask our directors to get a handle on virtual spectator just to get the relative distance now.
See, there's slightly bit of pressure up there,
whether or not it's 88, 90 metres. Let's settle on 90 metres round figures, and we will remember that. So it's 90 metres, folks. Now we'll be able to watch that as this leg extends to see whether or not Team New Zealand makes the gain, or whether or not it's Alinghi that makes inroads into Team New Zealand.
Well, Peter will watch that overall, but I say that still Alinghi is not quite. They're just now getting to top speed. So whatever it's sort of the range is now, which is probably closer to 100, 105 or so.
Well, we'll settle on 100.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the same idea.
We've got the idea, about 100.
Next thing.
Now they're going down the side of the race course that has been beneficial upwind. And of course, last time downwind, it was better to go over here. Here's the difference in speeds up the last leg, a couple of tenths quicker by Team New Zealand on average.
They're sailing lower now, aren't they?
They are sailing a little bit lower, and initially they made a nice gain, but when they started doing a number of tacks towards the end of the leg, it looked like Alinghi gained a bit back, and especially in one little puff they got about 90% of the way up the leg there.
Into leg number 4,
Easy, nice pressure there, but it's going
under Jenica,
the spectator
and
free.
8 knots of wind coming from 20 degrees. Team New Zealand leading by 26 seconds at the top mark, or around 100 metres. Will they extend as they did last time off the wind, or can Alinghi claw them back and get back into this race?
Going to 1 here on the line. Heaps on that, Pete.
Leaving the green header there.
Come on, you got the front six. Desperate to know how we're going. We've got a small sail.
pressure-wise, it feels.
Going to come and get beam on breeze soon. Here it is.
New Zealand, it's been a much better day than yesterday. They trailed Alinghi, but it was a fantastic battle on the first leg, leg. And eventually, when they went round that mark, Alinghi stretched barely to 12 seconds. But then we saw an indication of the downward speed of Team New Zealand. They got past Alinghi to take a 34-second advantage at the second mark. 26 seconds they lead at the third. Now in the second downwind leg. We'll watch as the wind changes direction. Watch how good Team New Zealand are. Man up the mast, seeking, looking for the advantage. Because always there is a knowledge of the outstanding crew that is in the boat trailing at the moment.
The tactic for Alinghi will be just to keep the game close. We're looking for an opportunity for a pass. We've got Adam Beashel right up the mast of Team New Zealand. He's the wind spotter, looking for that different little fingers of pressure out on the Hurricane Gulf. And he may well get the credit for that, picking the pressure on that first downwind leg. Glenn, what's the relative performance as they've gone along so far since the top mark?
All in all, very, very even. Team New Zealand initially stretched out close to a length. Nice mode here. But Alinghi closed up again just in the last little bit. You see there the margin 100 metres, so I'd call that a half-length gain to Team New Zealand since rounding the mark. The fact that Alinghi took a little while longer to get up to speed is still in that gain to Team New Zealand, but we'd see here that the boats are
right now we just
matched,
keep on going into these
that on that first run, that the bulk of the game that Team New Zealand made was shift, and it certainly looked that way watching it on virtual spectator. They were sailing lower with more pressure, and they got it sink with a couple of nice wind shifts, which enabled them to really make that big gain down the leg. On this leg, the two boats really tied together with a piece of bungee cord. There's just nothing in it since they came around the mark. Very, very evenly matched.
We've seen a gradual shift of the wind to the left, which is a normal
7 and 7 at this.
That's Richard Bizet trimming the Jenica on board Alinghi. Right in front of him, Simon Daubney.
Good pressure coming down from the left here.
So, part of the speed team on board, or in fact all of the speed team in I regard, it's Grant Loretz trimming the sail or the Jenica on board Team New Zealand, but on board Alinghi, the speed team or the trimmers on board, all New Zealanders with Warwick Fleury on the main sheet.
Thinking about the guys as well, right?
Wind spotter up in the rig. Now, also a secondary function for those, the two guys up there, Murray Jones Adam Beechel is to assist in the jibe of getting the Jenica around the jumper strut, which protrudes out from the mast. The sail in this amount of wind is getting very light, just needs some assistance to float away from the rig to prevent the jumper strut tearing the Jenica.
Yeah. I think if we get 5 this way, 7 the other at the moment. Pressure's even, he's saying. He's just sweeping his hand up there.
Talking about the distance to sail on each leg. So the long jibe is now the other jibe, port jibe, 7 minutes versus 5 on starboard. And Brad calling. I think Murray Jones has told him that the breeze is even across the course. Team New Zealand is holding that additional half-second advantage they gained since the mast. It would seem, just look how far forward that brig is there.
Dempsey, what's Bisho think out here?
Team New Zealand really has the top of the rig lean forward over the bow to help balance the boat. And just shift that centre of effort forward.
Now, the trailing boat here, Alinghi, will be setting themselves tactically for the jibe.
He's not coming. Oh, he is coming.
To jibe early.
Right here.
Team New Zealand matching. Now the wind will be coming from ahead of both boats, so Team New Zealand in that lower position will be very conscious of the wind shadowing the deck, but in the very light winds, the wind is in fact well ahead of the boats. Now that was a bit of jibe by Team New Zealand on the first downwind. I thought
Pressure there, Dino. Good angle.
Just a little bit nervous, but that was a nice jibe.
The thing that I'm really noticing today is just how much communication we're hearing from Tony Ray. The main sheet trimmer is doing an awful lot more than trimming the main sheet on Team New Zealand. We're hearing him providing feedback on where the pressure is, where the wind direction is, talking about pressure all the time to Dean on the helm. But at this stage,
6 this way, 4 the other.
Heading towards the bottom mark, it's Team New Zealand still with a 4 boat length advantage over Alinghi. Can they hang on and take this regatta to 1-all?
He's a bit worried down there about it. He's trying to put his bow up.
That's good pressure there. Yep. Yep.
This pressure's all the way in down to North Head still.
Got the bottom up, mate. Just in the middle of those the big medium launchers. Yeah, pretty sure it is.
What's the times, Pepsi? Yeah.
Talking about being Simon.
Cap.
Little puff out here.
Got one above us. We can jibe in that though.
Murray Jones up the mast of Alinghi, pouring out. You see a little puff out there as Alinghi continued to stay in contact. That's exactly what Peter and Glenn were saying earlier. What I think you need to do is just stay in touch.
I don't like it ahead of us. I like, it's a nice puff here though, I reckon we could jive it. He'd have to match us, wouldn't he?
Constantly chatting about his views, what he can see out there. And when we left, it was Team New Zealand with a margin of around.
At least we could do a couple of jives,
was it, Peter?
He's got to match us.
Let's have a look through.
Let's take it.
Glenn and see what the margin is now.
There's the Team New Zealand curl.
We'll close the
sailing
range.
through the water. And that's it there. The margin is down to 73 metres. So that's been a half boat length.
Marks is coming out. The bottom marks is coming up to his
Alinghi
bow.
surrounding the top mark.
It's about half a boat length ahead of his bow.
Speed advantage that Team New Zealand appeared to
Won't be
have
long
is not
before.
as apparent this time, and I would suggest that Alinghi has been able to sail down the new pressure, perhaps in much the same way that Team New Zealand was able to on the first run. But at this stage, it's still a 3-boat length lead to Team New Zealand as they head down towards mark number 4 and look for Alinghi when they jibe. Team New Zealand will match them. Brad Butterworth is calling that he likes
Pretty
the
even,
pressure
Bill.
behind
Pretty
him.
even.
He's saying average breeze now.
There we've heard Murray Jones calling it even.
Yeah.
So that's the view from on board. Team New Zealand back up to Alinghi. So still a comfortable lead, but certainly Team New Zealand don't seem to have had the legs on this run that they did on the first one.
I think there's a couple of contributing factors. One is it looks like, as you would expect, Alinghi's done just a great job of minimising their loss, just keeping the game close, waiting for an opportunity to jump all over Team New Zealand. And the wind is just allowing Alinghi to get the pressure first to roll down on top of Team New Zealand. So Ed, this time going on the downwind leg, it looks like the relative performance of the two boats, and they've really tested along for a long time, looks pretty even.
It does. It looks very even. They've stayed in the same water this time, so they've both got the same breeze. And of course, when you're the lead boat in this situation and the trailing boat jives first, you have to scramble to go with them. You know, you're going to lose a little bit there on the shift and on the turn, and of course sailing through the air that they were disturbing before you jive. And the other side of that is it looks like the breeze has filled in about a knot more than what they had at the top mark, and that would also benefit the trailing boat, in this case Alinghi. But right now it seems like Alinghi's going a little bit softer, and maybe Team New Zealand starting to squirt forward a little bit.
So we actually, we do have, what have we got, 9 knots here. So at the top mark it was 7, 8 knots, so the breeze has increased a lot, and Alinghi as the trailing boat would have that benefit.
Team New Zealand's doing a nice job of just keeping it close here. Both teams happy to keep it close. They both feel like it's that kind of a day that if you spear off on your own, you can make a huge gain, but you also might make a huge loss that you can't recover from.
Two fellows talking there, that is Peter Evans and Ben Skepper, two of the key players in the afterguard. They're out to the left. So this is Grant Moret's Louis. Was actually a trimmer aboard NZL 20 in the 92 America's Cup Challenge, led by Michael Fay. Team New Zealand carrying the SAP Spinnaker. Hasso Klappner, the boss of SAP here from Germany. He has a yacht called Morning Cloud that many of the Team New Zealand sailors
still thinking I should probably come.
Morning Glory.
Morning Glory.
Yep, Morning Glory.
Morning Glory.
Yeah, and just let them know they've got to send Red back up.
We're sailing on board Morning Glory.
Up, folks, here!
Open the door to the SAP sponsor. SAP has been with us around the world here, watching this race 2 of the America's Cup 2000. So there's the jive. Lindy definitely has made inroads here. They've made a very good game.
We watched recently as Alinghi was squeezing their way down low, and it looked like they were making a bit of a gain, but what they were doing was setting themselves up to jive first again and try and you know, catch New Zealand off guard. Virtual spectator shows us that it's still right around 3.5 lengths. And remember, it was somewhere between 90 and 100 at the top mark, so it's been about a length of a gain overall to Alinghi, but right now it seems like Team New Zealand may have dived into a little pressure here and is gaining away just very slightly. So, in essence, there's almost nothing in it here between the boats as far as speed goes.
Yeah, showing about 30 on port.
To not have the still
Just,
there boat coming down.
Probably going to get bigger than it's reaching here, you know.
Tony Ray right behind him doing a wonderful job on the main.
I think
Chris Ward right in the middle, a big hulking man. He actually sails on board NZL 60 and race 5 as a grinder.
Thinking about normal drive at the moment.
The green mark or buoy or buoy in the background is where they're heading to. That is mark number 4. And then
Nice
there'll be
luck,
one
Roger.
more, a windward limit to go. Team New Zealand on the drive. Alinghi going through as well.
And each time it's been Alinghi that has started the jiving between the boats. And Team New Zealand has just matched. Makes a lot of sense in this kind of condition to just match your competitor, especially if you don't lose anything to them. Not sure that Alinghi, though, didn't gain just a little bit on that one by choosing their time pretty well.
Hear the voice of Tony Ray saying nice, encouraging the team.
Yeah, there's plenty of time on the other drive.
He was part of the crew on board Peter Blake Steinlager too. Won all the legs. Still out to 90 metres. Team New Zealand still holding it.
Cheat on the deck,
Ray
Jared.
was part of the crew in 95 on NZL 32.
We should see Team New Zealand jive now any second, and Alinghi will have to wait just slightly longer to come in on the lay line.
Yeah.
So here goes Alinghi, turning first.
So he's going through the jive here. Team New Zealand jumps as well. They're in second.
Well, if Team New Zealand is correct on the lay line, Alinghi is going to be a little bit slow going around. But if Alinghi's correct on the lay line, Team New Zealand will have wasted some distance, and Alinghi will make a little gain.
Very bends across. They're getting very close now. Bow down on Alinghi.
That picture tells you that the story is not really true yet. The boats aren't up to speed. They'll start turning down. There goes Team New Zealand. You see them as they get their speed up. The parent wind moves forward, and they have to turn down lower. But as the boats turn initially in the jive, they slow down, and it takes a while to build that speed.
Coming back, yeah. It's not far off the tip, Manny.
New Zealand's got a bone in their teeth right now, and they're gaining slowly forward here.
Okay, pull,
you
guys,
see both boats on a lay line.
Let's go, boys.
New Zealand with a little more speed because they're slightly beyond the lay line.
They're hotting the angle up a little bit.
Strings made, Manny.
Alinghi is gaining.
Well, that'll be a short-term loss for Team New Zealand and a long-term gain. Once they slingshot around this mark, they'll settle back into a very strong position with this extra speed.
So they've got pace. This is mark number 4.
Go straight.
Up 6. Here goes the drop on Team New Zealand. Down comes the SAP.
Ready, main on?
Tony Ray saying main on. Mark 4. Team New Zealand in front. It was Alinghi who led at mark 1 by 12 seconds. Team New Zealand at 2 by 34. At mark 3 halfway, Team New Zealand leading by 26. So the immediate clock goes against Alinghi. They trail by 26 at the last mark, and they're down to 14. So another very good game.
We're well up on it, but it's not great.
Just 14 seconds in it.
Well, initial information from Brad Butterworth to Russell there was we're up on them, but it's not great. That means they're inside, they've got clear air, but it's not going to last forever.
We're going to lose all
different
right here.
We've
got to attack.
Trailing boat. I look for Alinghi to try and take a time when they've got nice speed. Maybe a little bit of a puff coming to them, and they can do attack. Try to start mixing it up with Team New Zealand.
Doesn't look too bad, just to the right of us. Short term.
The bow of the boat, you can see the bow, what Brad Butterworth right on the shoulder of Russell Coots went there. Goes down here. He's saying that the bow of Alinghi is slightly up, meaning we're up on them,
Tagging guys.
rather than Team New Zealand. But anyway, Alinghi have decided to bow.
Easy is.
So So they're bailed off and they're breaking right, and immediately Team New Zealand go with them. Now, this is the time that Team New Zealand wants Olympic gold medalist Rob Waddell to hit those pups. And boy, the sails came in quickly on Team New Zealand. So this is where the grinders really have to deliver. John Barnett and Enrique Gamia aboard Alinghi. John O'Macbeth and Rob Waddell, assisted by others, of course.
Peter, a lot of people have commented now that one of the differences between these boats is in the size of the keel fin. Alinghi has a bigger fin down there, which gives them a little more lift at lower speeds. Team New Zealand's fin is going to work well, but at higher speeds. So in a tacking duel, there may be a difference. We may see Alinghi with a little edge here. And if that's the case, we might see Team New Zealand decide to split off and back themselves on where they're going up the course.
Alinghi have made a real gain. Remember, at the top of the last mark, they were 100 meters, now down to just 40. So Alinghi have really clawed back into Team New Zealand. Team New Zealand have to defend
me down on red meter.
This into the start of leg number 5, the third and final beat. The wind at 8.2 from 2 degrees, virtually north. So this is still not over, folks. If you think this has been an emotional roller coaster from today, following yesterday, well, we've still got a lap to go. 3 nautical miles directly into the eye of the wind, and then 3.25
getting his band down the
back to the finish. A windward leeward it's called, or a lap.
Taking the foil.
So Alinghi really have got back in here.
Just coming in a little pressure, maybe slightly hitting pressure.
There's a couple of birds having a good look there, PJ.
Yeah. Okay.
Boy, this is close, though. The problem for Alinghi, however, is if they tack now, Team New Zealand will be right in their face, and Alinghi will have to immediately tack back.
Right. Let's see whether Team New Zealand tack with them. They are immediately. Team New Zealand attacking right on their face. And Alinghi are coming back. And Team New Zealand are coming back as well. Now we'll see whether or not Alinghi has the advantage of the mold that Ed was talking about, or whether Team New Zealand come back. Low speed tacks. Now comes Alinghi breaking again. Alinghi breaking back onto the starboard. And immediately Team New Zealand are breaking as well. Very low speed tacks. Look at the front going in on the pumps. Now to Alinghi coming back, breaking back. Right. Boy, there's some run going in on those pumps.
He's coming with us, guys.
And he says he's coming with us, guys. It's Brad Hunterworth looking what Team New Zealand are doing. So there's Rob Waddell, John McDowell, and others really putting it grunted. Team New Zealand up to the left. Alinghi breaking again. Low speed tacks in. They're nowhere near up to speed.
This is what Alinghi's trying to do, is to use the power of their extra-sized foil and try to make a mistake on Team New Zealand. But Team New Zealand took a little bit of a bite out of them there, stretched it forward a little bit. Now they're tacked again into this position. The deal here, though, is going to be down this other side where the next puff comes from, because they're going to accelerate a lot easier and a lot faster.
So here comes Alinghi breaking back again. Still not up to speed. It is Alinghi that has gone back onto port. They're breaking right.
He's just going straight.
Have not gone with them yet. They are preparing to hold on to starboard. Now it's Team New Zealand who are coming back. They're still pressure.
Coming with us now.
Okay.
Hold there.
So it's Team New Zealand now.
The hard thing here, Peter, is that you have that sense that the breeze is better on the left. Once you play that left-hand side, you have to go wrong, and you lose the starboard tack advantage. You can lose the race, you lose your position.
So this is where the race can be won and lost.
So far, Team New Zealand has made a case. They're looking nice.
Team New Zealand out to the left, NZL 82.
He's tacking.
They're up to 72 meters. It's a gain to Team New Zealand from that early exchange. Now, that's interesting, 82 meters, because a lot of people expected it. Team New Zealand with their big bowl actually dragged that. I know Team New Zealand have done their homework and been satisfied they can get Zealand breaking left, going out to the left that Ed's talked about on starboard. Meanwhile, Alinghi out of pace now, and Alinghi is on fourth, breaking right.
Here comes Team New Zealand back again. Probably just got up to speed that time. One thing that's a benefit for New Zealand is they get their time to attack a little easier, and also the water is smooth. That's going to give them at least the benefit of getting up to speed easier. If it was a bit bumpier, there was a swell out here, and they were struggling for power, I would say they might have an edge. So far, it seems like Team New Zealand has made a nice game at this point, choosing to break off the tacking duel.
So far, 9 tacks, ferocious action in the middle of both boats.
Yeah.
All right, regathering the thoughts here on board Alinghi. They threw a few moves at Team New Zealand to see what would happen. You got to try that when you're behind. It didn't work out for them, though, and now they need to look at plan B.
And Team New Zealand went from, what, 40 metres to 70 metres in?
I think at one point it looked like they were up in there inside about 30 metres. And then, yes, very quickly, Team New Zealand did a great job of positioning themselves in the tacking duel at low speeds, and it worked out for them nicely so far.
Dean Barker taking a well-earned drink as they're now well into peak number 3.
Starting to
leg
proceed
number 5 with Peter Evans
over there,
right behind him, looking out to the left towards the end of Whangaparaoa Peninsula and the island of Tiritiri-Matangi, calling the shots, because that is the point. There's 2 separate issues going on here, defending against the attack of Alinghi, but also trying to stay in sync with the ships and harness that invisible airflow to stay in front. Here on leg number 5, beat number 3, Team New Zealand in front. Can they hold it to the top mark? And then the chance to the finish.
Got a little left for us too.
A little bit of breeze in front of us. Generally better, I think.
Yeah.
Average pressure.
Of race 2 of the America's Cup 2003. Team New Zealand holding that advantage and continuing to protect the left-hand side of the course.
9 this way, 5 the other.
14 seconds was their margin at the last mark. And Alinghi just keep on hanging in there.
Little gain here at the moment for us.
Lead of 70 metres. It was 30 metres at mark number 4, so Team New Zealand has doubled their lead since they've been going up the speed, and it would seem that the left-hand side is where the best pressure is, where the ship's coming from, and that's the side Team New Zealand has been protecting. And we saw there the 2 exchanges. It was round here that we had that exchange of dummy tacks, and that really was where Team New Zealand was able to extend a bit. The breeze was from
still just gaining in height,
a
same
little
speed.
bit more out of the right at the bottom, so it's shifted left as they've gone up the mark, up the beat. And the breeze, in fact, we're just hearing from North Star, is shifted around to 352, so the breeze has gone close to 15 degrees left of what it was. It's the furthest left we've seen it the whole day. And for Team New Zealand fans, that's good news, because they're on the left-hand side, effectively the inside of the curve. And Team New Zealand hold on. This is a narrow lead. Alinghi, as we've come to expect, hanging on tenaciously.
Dean Barker in the afterguard. Tactically, they've decided they're going to protect that left-hand side, and they have preempted that the wind will continue to shift to the left. So they're quite happy to let Alinghi go and sit down there in that lured position out to the right-hand side, but they will prevent them from coming to the left-hand side because the wind is gradually just blocking left. Brad Butterworth.
Yep.
Here we go. We'll see the tack here on the starboard, and we'd expect to see Team New Zealand put a cover straight on top, getting to the left-hand side. It's a trend in the hurricane Gulf. In this condition, as the afternoon goes on, for the wind to march to the left, you can see now Team New Zealand attacking, putting the wind shadow back onto Alinghi to dominate the left. Downspeed tack for Alinghi. Back to the right. Good tactical performance by Team New Zealand down the afterguard on the last one would be. Dean Barker, Hamish Pepper, Peter Evans, Adam Bishop, the afterguard, aggressively protecting that left-hand side. It's paying big dividends as they come into the tack now. Their lead is extended to 100 metres. So this left-hand side is paying dividends at the moment. Would appear to be more pressure up there. Immediately, Alinghi tacking back. They want to get left. Team New Zealand will do it. So the advantage line seesawing backwards and forwards as these boats tack. They come back, it's now around 75 metres. New Zealand still comfortably crossing. Look for them to squeeze into attack. There they go now. Slowly tacking on top of the Alinghi, forcing them to tack back again to clear the rear. Adam Bishop grinding the Traveller up out of the tack. All the time, the action has been pushed out from the sleigh line, out to the forehand sleigh line. And once Team New Zealand can get to the safety of the ley line, the tactical options for Alinghi to attack and to mount a challenge will be reduced. But as we'd expect, we've seen this style from the afterguard of Butterworth, win behind, keep the game close, and just wait, be patient for the leading boat to make a slight error of judgment, and they'll leap all over you and back to Alinghi.
More attacking, a flurry of action in the second to last leg. Team New Zealand holding that advantage, protecting the left-hand side. Now, America's Cup fans, don't start to fret because news which is due at 6 o'clock, delayed the news, carried on with today's second race, America's Cup 2003. Team New Zealand continuing to hold that edge.
guides the boat into the wind and through the tack. Grant and Rents on the left-hand side through there, flailing, wrapping the sheet round the winch, pulling it in. Take that Genoa in, the boat powered up.
Nice pressure here for us. Yeah, I'm seeing that too. Shakespeare Beach.
He's calling the wind. Big pressure on the left-hand side, and we can see Team New Zealand and NZL 82 leaning into it, and of course the boat will lean over as the pressure builds. Coots coming back, mounting the attack, a further attack coming back, trying to get to the left-hand side, prevented by Team New Zealand. Now, interesting observation here. We talked a lot about the characteristics of the two different bowls down low, and whether the Team New Zealand bowl being so long and narrow, having more wetted surface, would in fact be a bit of a hindrance when the wind is very light. But observing this upwind beat, it appears that Team New Zealand are certainly equal in terms of the manoeuvrability between the two boats, even with the long bowl. So that's a good sign for later in the regatta.
10 minutes to the final march, and then these two are on their way home on the run home race 2 of the America's Cup. And it's Team New Zealand hanging on for that lead, 14 seconds at the last mark, but we saw Alinghi take some time out of them on that last mark. Team New Zealand, lots of hassles yesterday. It's going well for them so far.
Yeah, I was thinking A2.
Slightly better, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, very similar train.
Should we on?
Still happy with just protecting left.
Hold that. Haven. Same height, same speed.
We think this is enough peak for a bearaway set and match him in a jive?
Yes.
Starboard one, Manny.
Nice pressure building here, Daggy.
We're racing live. Second to last leg, about 5.5 minutes away from the final mark. Team New Zealand continues to hold that slender advantage over Alinghi. Just a reminder to you that One News, the 6 o'clock news, will follow at the conclusion of this race. Simon and Alison in the studio watching this closely, and Bernadine and Kay down here watching as well. So they're quite delighted that they're able to watch it here live and see it till the conclusion. Team New Zealand still leading on the edge of left against Alinghi. What's that advantage, Glenn?
Looking there, heading boats tacking up towards Turi Marting Island. 28 tacks off the speed. And Team New Zealand now out to 4 lengths. It was 30 metres at mark number 4. They have tripled their lead. Team New Zealand stepping out up the speed, protecting the favoured left-hand side. Doing a magnificent job, just hammering home the advantage. Alinghi just trying to get the action out to the left, unable to do it. Dean Barker and the crew just hammering home the advantage. And all of those tacks heading back down towards the bottom mark. 4 lengths the advantage as they come up towards mark number 5.
Every time we show the virtual spectator the distance between Team New Zealand and Alinghi, we hear this mighty roar from way behind us here in front of the big screen, and they're loving it. Every time we show Team New Zealand in front or advance their lead, the big roar goes up. So it's a very pleasant, there's another one, very pleasant Sunday afternoon for those watching this race. Far cry from the feeling out there yesterday. Whitewashed Team New Zealand, or had a walkover against Team New Zealand. So we can see the mark in the distance, 3.5 minutes away from mark number 5.
On board, Alinghi, Russell Coots, keeping the pressure on. But this one would be, it's slowly ending. Dean Barker and the team can maintain this 4-boat length lead around the top mark. That will give them a bit of a buffer, because the trailing boat on the downwind leg will have that advantage of putting the turbulent wind. Now there's the mark, that's mark number 5, that's where we're heading. And then it's a run down to the finish. Team New Zealand still maintaining the tactic of protecting the left. As the afternoon's gone on, the wind is slowly marching to the left-hand side. In to the Jenica, the downwind leg with Bowman, Matt Mitchell hooking in. They pull the sail up in the sailbag, up under the hatch and down on the floor of the boat, and it's suspended in the hatch. Matt Mitchell goes on, hooks in the halyard, checks and braces, checks that there's no tangles. But the tactical battle continues.
Set it up, hey?
Getting close to the top mark for the last time, heading to mark number 5. The wind here is 10.1 knots, coming from 6 degrees. Certainly favoured out of the left.
Peter, this is as far ahead as Team New Zealand has been since the leeward mark. They have done a fantastic job of matching every tack that Alinghi has thrown at them, and not getting nervous, not getting frustrated, not separating too far, just hammering it back right at Alinghi. It really shows me the number of times these guys have raced against each other in-house last time, and how much they understand each other's moves. That's good. Both boats tacking now. Alinghi probably a little bit overlaid.
Average to soft pressure.
Take as much as you want, Matty.
Around the top mark. That's Jeremy Henderson. Matt Mitchell is the mid-bow that's talking to.
Peter, because this wind still has had that little extra pressure amount on the left-hand side, think both of these teams are going to be coming around to setting and pretty quickly getting onto the new jibe.
One more tag. Watch those big hulking men in the middle of the New Zealand boy there grunting. Chris Ward, John Amos Baird, Ron Waddell.
Okay, guys, start a little bit of snake. Just easy on the snake here, guys.
Playing the top mark.
33 tags on this leg.
33 tags. All the men in the middle of both have worked for it. Mark number 5, heading into the last leg of race number 2 of American Cup 2003. Super hoist by Team New Zealand. They've got that SAP Spinnaker set.
Give us a clear and giant corner if you can, boys.
Now, remember, a lead the trail by 14 seconds at mark number 4. It is a change to Team New Zealand.
We're snowmanning. Snowman.
Round off at 26 seconds. Here comes the hoist from Alinghi.
Pull that spinnaker around, pull it around, pull it around, pull it around.
Screaming at his team. John Belsky is the fifth of Alinghi.
Okay, here.
It's a jibe set.
One of the hardest maneuvers in sailing these boats is to tack around the weather mark and immediately go into a jibe set. It's a hard maneuver, and it's not a fast maneuver, but it's the only option for Alinghi if they want to try and outwit the Team New Zealand guys, get on the edge of the course that's got the best breeze. So, but Team New Zealand was ready. They saw what was going on, and they jibed right away to match.
But they are on the inside of where this breeze has been coming from all the time. It's 116 metres. Let's remember that, folks. And we'll see whether or not there's a gain or not.
It should be growing still because Alinghi is just now getting the pole out. That's why the maneuver is so difficult. It takes a lot of time to set everything up and get it all right after the rounding. And right now, Alinghi is finally done with their maneuver of rounding that mark.
Slightly more pressure than in there.
Graham Butterworth saying slightly more pressure than in there. Now, the point is, Alinghi have gone out to the right. This is the side that's been favoured right throughout this race. And this is the side that Team New Zealand made that crucial move to pass on leg number 2.
Right now, PJ, we got 10 knots of breeze, 350, which is pretty far around to the left. Just about as far as we've seen it today. But it is late enough in the day. I mean, here it is 6 o'clock, and it's late enough in the day that this breeze is going to start dropping out. The real question is it going to change when it starts to drop down at all?
It's good, it's good. Take this down, drop it off.
Yes, 8
Zero,
New Zealand NZL 82. White Spinnaker is Alinghi. Switzerland. SUI.
Nice gains here in BMG, boys.
11 knots we've got.
Okay, keep going.
Here goes Alinghi with their staysail, that little bit of extra horsepower for the downwind legs.
Yeah.
Again, perfect conditions, 11 knots, smooth water.
And not only is Alinghi out to the favourite side, that's been best throughout the race, but also if the breeze is now up to 11 knots, maybe Alinghi can bring down a slightly stronger breeze.
Tell you what, it's a long way around from over here, though, Peter. You got to not only get around the boat, you have to get ahead of it far enough to drive and cross. That's a big ask with the amount of time that's left in this race.
Down to 86 metres, it was 116. Alinghi has made a gain.
I like what Team New Zealand's done here, though. They've matched position. They've spent a boat length of their lead to gain position for later. They don't want to throw away distance to the opposite side of the course and risk that Alinghi will get some new breeze and go down and get around them. They keep it close, spend a little bit of the lead. They don't mind getting in there and having a little hand-to-hand combat. They've shown that they're ready for that.
Feels good here, guys.
That's Tony Ray saying it feels good here, guys. He's so experienced. And as commentator Glenn Sally said, he's doing much more than being the main ship man. With his experience, he's reassuring the skipper, Dean Barker, that's Peter Evans, sailed for New Zealand twice in the Olympics.
Coming down the full stay now, Jack.
That's Mike Drummond.
Right for the ruler.
and Hamish Pepper. This is the afterguard. The decisions these fellows make could make it or break it for Team New Zealand. Mike Drummond is the navigator. He's also a key man in the design of NZL 82 and 81. Peter Evans, outstanding sailor. Actually, when Russell Coote won his first world match racing title of Long Beach, California in 1992, his tactician was Peter Evans. So it's Peter Evans working with Hamish Pepper. Meanwhile, here in the afterguard, there's Warwick Fleury, main sheet man. Boy, the concentration here. Tony Ray on the main. And Warwick Fleury, the other fellow we saw in Alinghi, he was on the main. It's the concentration of what these fellows are doing to harness the effort. That's Adam Beechel talking about a catamaran. He's a brilliant skip sailor, Adam Beechel. So it's the decision that Adam Beechel, high up aloft, will be calling down to the afterguard. Hamish Pepper, Peter Evans, and Mike Drummond. Who will win or lose this race for Team New Zealand. Team New Zealand in front in the early stages of the sixth and final leg. Can they hold it and level this 31st match for the American Cup at 1-1, or can Alinghi come back and go to 2-0?
Doesn't go much quicker. This lift could put him behind. 130 into that.
Steady pressure, no change.
On him there, Russell. You're on him there. Hey?
Not on a shoot yet.
In this slightly right.
Alinghi is really clawing in to Team New Zealand, who led by 116 metres, or nearly 5 boat lengths. Now it's 1.
Steady
It's down
pressure,
to
not much,
15
no more
metres.
than this.
And Alinghi is getting right on the air of Team New Zealand, 14 metres.
Okay, get the heart surgeons ready, PJ, because the hospitals are going to be calling for people to have help. Team New Zealand is struggling, but they're still in a very strong position. They're almost to the edge of the race course. It won't be long until they just pretty much have to jive. So even though Alinghi has done a great job of gaining in the short term, long run, it looks like it's going to be very hard for them to pass.
But they've closed. They're only well, inside a boat length behind. They were 116. They've taken 100 metres out of Team New Zealand. As both boats still hold on to the starboard jibe under Jenica.
Well, by my eye, they're less than a minute and a half from the edge of the course. But you can see there that the disturbed air from Alinghi is down onto Team New Zealand, and we can see from behind that Team New Zealand has their sails turned in a little harder. There's a little less airflow. Right now, you can see Team New Zealand having to sail up higher to get their air clear, try and keep their speed on. Not a good position for Team New Zealand for wind flow, but it's a good position towards the finish line. Team New Zealand jives. Here comes Alinghi.
So here comes the jive, and Team New Zealand have jived across. How good is Alinghi? They've done okay. Team New Zealand set. Alinghi is set. Alinghi has really got back into this. Boy, oh boy. Alinghi, it's virtually bow to bow.
But now the roles are reversed, TJ. The disturbed air is going to come off of Team New Zealand's sail and hurt Alinghi. So
Alinghi is in front. Alinghi is leading by 3 metres. Alinghi has hit the front. Now it's bow to bow.
But here we go. Team New Zealand now has their speed up. Look at them gain. Alinghi knows they're in bad air down there. They're turning up to try and get some speed on and see if they can go over the top of Team New Zealand. Very difficult position for Alinghi. Big sigh of relief on board Team New Zealand, I'm sure. Now they just have to keep Alinghi from somehow gaining forward and positioning themselves in the air of Team New Zealand.
So now we look back from the stern of Team New Zealand to Alinghi. There is a boat length. That's all there is. Halfway down this last leg of race 2, with Team New Zealand at one stage was leading by 34 seconds. At the last mark, 26. Now it would be 3 seconds. Now it's 52 metres back. Of course, that's from the bow to bow. In effect, really, it's a boat length.
There's one boat length between them. Right there, you can hear the bow wave of Alinghi very clearly.
You can hear the footsteps coming. Alinghi are chopping down. Tony Ray looks back. Team New Zealand are in front by a boat length. This is going to be so crucial. Will it be levelled up 1 all?
Hold that.
Or will
Thinking about what if they jive, isn't that right, Pete?
Now it's all a question of position, Peter. If they're on the right line, they can sail straight into the finish, no problem. Team New Zealand's going to win the race. But if there's still a couple of jives to go, and that's what Alinghi is doing right now, they're turning up to get the action back into the middle of the course and force a couple of more jives so that Alinghi might have a chance to get in front once again.
The last time in America's Cup history it was 1 all was in 1980 when Freedom, skippered by Dennis Connor,
4 inches off the
Australia,
force line,
skippered by Jim Hardy, leveled up 1 all.
Here we go, Alinghi heading up, getting some speed on. Remember, they've got a staysail, which is extra horsepower. That's going to be a slight benefit for them when they turn a little closer to the wind like this. But Team New Zealand has a longer boat, sails through the water at a little higher boat speed once it's powered up.
Team New Zealand is extended. They've been able to slow down a little bit. It's out to nearly 3 boat lengths.
Well, and part of that is Alinghi saying, you know what, we're not going to win by going straight into the line, so we're going to take a chance here, we're going to turn up, we're going to spend some distance to try and gain position.
8 and 2. He's trying to, same. We're a little lower, actually.
Brad Butterworth, we're a little lower.
Hey, this ship's got a couple of gears. Should I come down?
Yeah. Captain down.
That's
Captain
the voice
down.
of Murray Jones. Shall I come down? Well, yesterday, Russell Coutts broke a new record for most wins as a skipper unbeaten in the American Cup.
A little faster.
Consecutive weeks as well. Going back to 95, breaking Charlie Bra's record. 1899 and 1903.
A little bit slower.
If Team New Zealand can win today, it will stop Russell Coots' winning streak. Tears and Alinghi's spinnaker. Murray Jones has just said that.
More excitement into the race. There are some tears.
7 and 3. Two about that.
And the higher they aim their boats, the more pressure they put on the sails. And
Still just creeping forward here.
Breaks in half.
Brad Butterworth is the tears and Alinghi. Brad Butterworth says we're going forward there. Alinghi is making progress. They're getting back into it.
Going they're too much closer.
Pressing it up in.
The States was giving him a bit of a benefit, making up for the lack of overall length that they have. They don't have their wind shadow thrown down onto Team New Zealand yet. They're getting close, Peter.
Down to 43 metres. They're trying to get over the top. Team New Zealand defending. They're heading over towards Mototapa Island, nowhere near the finish because that heading would take them across to Milford Beach. That's Mototapa Island in the background. Rangitoto off to the right. They've actually got to go way up to the right. Virtually 3 o'clock off the bow of Team New Zealand.
And of course, if Team New Zealand were to turn down to the finish line, you would have this extra speed and roll over the top of them. But it looks like they're still rolling over the top anyway.
Alinghi's rolling Team New Zealand. Alinghi has really made a magnificent comeback here. They were back to 70 metres. They're rolling them. It's down to 30 metres.
They're definitely starting to affect Team New Zealand's air, but boy, they've got a lot of pressure on their sails right now, Peter. This picture doesn't show what's really happening. The boats are heeled way over. The mains are starting to be let go to release pressure out of the rigs. It almost looks like Team New Zealand is collapsing their spinnaker. It's not quite happening, but it will eventually.
Just on his main now. On his main now.
Alinghi has been able to roll over the top of Team New Zealand. That's the bow of Alinghi out to the right. And Alinghi has got by Team New Zealand. How crucial is this race?
Team New Zealand's going to have to turn a little bit to the right very gently and keep their spinnaker full, keep everything on edge. You see the curl going right there. Got to be cautious not to get caught high and allow Alinghi escape around their bow by diving. Because now they've positioned themselves so the finish line is actually to the right of the picture. They're going to have to jive, and that will again put Team New Zealand in the windward position, able to block the wind of Coots and Alinghi.
Hang on. Hold that.
Tony Ray Maynard, intense concentration from Dean Barker. As they're still carving a long way out across the place.
It's making a good jive, boys.
Making a good jive, boys.
And DJ, Alinghi has to stay clear. They are the windward boat. We've seen this in a couple of matches earlier. The windward boat, they've got to stay clear, but they've broken the overlap.
They have broken it. Here goes Alinghi.
They've turned down now to try and get Team New Zealand to overlap into leeward. And now watch for protest flags. Get to the corner of the race course again.
Reminding you, Team New Zealand's yellow, Alinghi's blue.
How close these boats are.
Very, very close. Incredibly close. Team New Zealand still got the overlap, though. We can see that. But Alinghi has rolled them. Alinghi has passed them. Alinghi to the left. Team New Zealand out to the right. But the finish is away out to the right.
Clear.
About 3 o'clock.
The finish is a hard right turn from where they are. As long as Team New Zealand can hang on to this position, it's still going to be strong when they're both
clear.
Alinghi wants to try and get down and try and around a little bit of Team New Zealand. Team New Zealand's not going to let that happen if they can help it.
Clear.
Here comes the spinnaker pole back. The boats will start sailing a lower course all the time. They'll slow down. Soon they'll both jive. The umpires are going to have a lot on here.
Clear here.
Is it out?
Saying clear.
Time to this. Don't time to the belt.
Ready looking for the overlap.
Peter, when these boats jump down,
235 and 440.
these boats dive. It all comes down to the technique of the driver and
Got a chance to go forward
of
here.
the grinders.
Got a chance to go forward.
Around to the new side.
It's not that big shooter. It's not too good low down.
Alinghi is rolling. They're clear in front, but we remind you the finish is out to the right.
The States has just come down on the Alinghi so they can fight easier without having to roll it up.
I think we'd go straight here.
Around on the drive.
Let him go, wouldn't you?
They are gaining. Still stretched
He's a little lower than us.
between them and
Just
Team New
moving
Zealand.
forward here.
Big game here,
Brad Butterworth moving, big gain from Murray Jones, reassuring.
reckon we should actually jive, don't you?
If we live, you think?
We're going to jog first.
If we jive,
Good, so we shut these last. Spank it, mate.
I reckon we should, yeah. Well, 140, the finish line's here. Well,
Peter, they're right
445. 1 minute this way, 445.
one, that's a pin. We're going to drive you, Jen, all right?
Pretty parallel.
It's a north, yeah. Let's go, Russell. Let's go when you can. Let's go.
A little pressure on us.
We're faster than him right now.
Really nice
Go.
pressure here.
Let's go, let's go. Let's go, grab under, we're saying let's go.
He's coming with us.
Here comes the giant from the Alinghi team, New Zealand, go with them. Now, it's the technique that he talked about. How quickly can the grinders get it? Getting across. Team New Zealand right on the top. Team New Zealand set. Now, they're going to try and get on the air of the Alinghi. As it's a stampede to the finish.
Well, beautiful job by Alinghi. Pick a time when they could drive and come out with their air clear forward on Team New Zealand. Of course, Team New Zealand had to make that instant choice. Do they turn or do they go straight? Rolls are reversed. Let's see if there's enough time for Team New Zealand to roll over the top of Alinghi. Use their disturbed airflow to slow Alinghi down.
Alinghi leading by 30 meters. 31. They're still holding Team New Zealand off. Alinghi is set to go through their lap. And they're in the shadow of the finish. That's Richard Bazade out to the left.
Peter, the boats are hot.
Murray in front of Russell Dukes.
They're hot again. They're reaching up hard. Remember, there are tears in the spinnaker on Alinghi. If they get too powered up, they could rip this sail just right in half, and Team New Zealand would sail away without them.
But Alinghi are defending brilliantly. They are holding the lead. Alinghi in front by 30 meters. The finish is down over to the left, and Alinghi now is holding Team New Zealand. It is Alinghi who are in the controlling position. In fact, the finish now is around 9 feet off the bow of Alinghi.
I don't see Team New Zealand making things forward here. They're going to need to look for a plan B. Throw a dive or two in. Not enough time for them to get over the top right now before they reach the edge of the race course. Alinghi just holding their position, waiting for Team New Zealand to do something. Steady
I'm just trying to find the pin.
Black one. Is it the black one?
Where is it? Yeah.
Black one's through there.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
2 fingers inside.
Yeah, got it.
Alinghi in front, Russell Dukes in the position to extend his record. Unbeaten as a skipper, up to 11. What a finish this is. What a race this has been. It is Team New Zealand SAP. We can see the boulevard, the avenue they're heading to. That is the finish. It is Team New Zealand to the left, Alinghi to the right. Alinghi is leading. Alinghi is in control. They did a magnificent job to come from behind, trailing by 26 seconds at Mark 5. That giant set on the mark is incredibly difficult for Alinghi. Was actually they went out to the lake side. Alinghi is still in front. Alinghi is still in control. Now they're trying to cut. And then they will jibe. Alinghi are in control. Alinghi is set to go 2-0 up.
Now watch, Alinghi's going to start to carve off just very gently to the left at the bottom of the screen in that last picture. Because they're reaching the corner of the course. They don't want to go very close to New Zealand anymore.
It looks like we're on the pin now.
Risk getting past on the new job. Just try to maintain this position, or maybe a little to the right on the screen as they reach that lane line. See it there. So I would say any time now. It's going to be about the right place for Alinghi to make a turn down and stand to the job.
Right to the wheel.
No, it's here. Right here. We can go. We can go this for the boy, all right?
Get ready for Alinghi to jump.
So we're actually reaching
There's no way you can pass on this side of us.
Meters, but not enough. They have not got on the air.
I'm happy to go.
They have not been able to roll them. It's Alinghi in the controlling position.
Ready.
Make it big one. In this 31st America's Cup. Around 2 minutes to the finish. And there is the finish out to the left. And Alinghi definitely. Here they come through the dive. Right here. And Alinghi lead back in.
We're in the main.
by a boat length. And now Alinghi is defending against Team New Zealand. What a brilliant come from behind by Alinghi.
Team New Zealand knows that Alinghi has pairs in their spinnaker, but they're certainly putting the pressure on here. Throwing everything they can from here, all right?
Murray Jones reassuring Russell Pittman. Degrees.
Can't come down much though because he has a big spectator fleet just to lure it.
I don't think he'll get over it, so we're going to win up now. He's way down, way down.
He's way down. They're reassuring Russell Pittman. Alinghi think they've got this wrapped up. There's just a minute to go. And 100 odd metres to go. This is one of the great matches in America's Cup history. It has brought the regatta to life after the problems of yesterday. So that is the finish, and it's Team New Zealand, SAP, who are trailing Alinghi, and Alinghi leading by a boat length. Under no pressure now. They've got it, they're leading back in, they've got control. Brad Butterworth saying you don't want to load it up too much. They've got control. They're talking about the spinnaker. So coming down to the finish. And Alinghi set to go 2-0 up. And Russell Pittman extends his record on as a skipper with now 11 consecutive races. This has been a fantastic race. They're shaking hands before they've got over the line. Alinghi have done it. This is Shane of the Almaro. And New Zealand, a brilliant win by Alinghi. They've gone 2-0 and beaten Team New Zealand by just 7 seconds. And now Alinghi need just 3 more wins to take the America's Cup to Europe for the first time. And Nesto Berto Rally absolutely delighted.
It's Kate from
with his crew. And the faces on Team New Zealand, who led for this for 4 legs. I'll review that and think that they've absolutely set at the top.
Very good. He's going to be
and this magnificent crew.
Yeah, well.
Nice work, Billy. Way to hang in there, man.
You're going to be worried for a while.